Good morning, everyone. I welcome you all to our Sunday speaking series. And as you know, today's topic is education as a tool for equality. We are very fortunate to have with us our expert for the day, Dr. Deepika Mehta. Good morning, Dr. Mehta.
Good morning, Dr. Jaivardhan. How is
Thank you so much for
everyone?
having accepted our invitation.
Thank you. It's a pleasure being over here, connecting with you once again, and also with all the listeners over here, the readers. My warm welcome over here. How do we say, the post COVID has given us an experience of to be more warmer, more welcoming,
True.
So,
Absolutely, absolutely. And we are so thrilled with this topic because the way you're working for uplifting the students community, especially with French language, we look forward to this session. And just to set the context for everyone about our expert. So we are really thankful to Dr. Mehta. Dr. Mehta, she's French program coordinator. She is head for the education department of Municipal Corporation of Delhi, MCD, at primary schools. And she has done the pioneering work of creating this Suman French enrichment program, which is a unique curriculum designed by Dr. Mehta for the children from economically weaker sections, studying in MCD primary schools with an objective to blossom them with new confidence through this French program. So to know more about this, we will definitely talk to our expert, but also to tell you that our expert has authored a book, and the name of the book is From Research to Reality. That's about French language in East Delhi Municipal Corporation primary schools, where she has talked about the changes that she has experienced among these learners of French, these children, and how it has impacted not only at their social level, but also at their cognitive level. And there's a huge participation in schools. So such an interesting topic, Dr. Deepika. So we'd
thank
like
you
to
so much. Thank you so much, Dr. Rathore.
So we'd like to move ahead with the discussion, and everyone, after at the mid of the session, we would open the session for everyone to for your questions, for your queries, for your comments, for your experiences as well. But to begin with, I would like to request our expert to talk a little bit about her thought of changing the society with French language. How did this start, and then further we can move ahead with this beautiful French technique, which is Suman French enrichment program. If you could talk about that, Dr. Mehta.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thanks again, Dr. Rathore. Okay, I'm going to talk about just a little bit in brief about it, how the passion, I had been having the passion of teaching, specifically children since, even before I think my graduation time. So that was one inclination. Children have been, they've been the charmers for me. And teaching had been a passion, and that was a great connection between me and the children. Now the thing is that why underprivileged? I had the privilege, Dr. Rathore, you will also agree, and even the listeners over here, will agree that we are privileged. How are we privileged? Because we have a very beautiful family. We have the blessings of a society that we can really make choices. But what about the one, that because there were children, in our area when we come across, there are children specifically, who really, really, really are talented and really want to learn something new, but they cannot afford that at all. So when I saw there are slum areas nearby my house and all that stuff, and there are MCD schools. MCD means the schools, they are run for the, economically weaker sections, and they're run by the education department of MCD, that is the Municipal Corporation of Delhi. And I literally saw, because the children's of my maid, of our housemaids and all that, the drivers and everything, they go over there. And I was learning French, and I have a tendency of listening to the music and doing everything. So the kids usually comes with with their mothers and the parents. They come to our house and they used to ask, we really love this, what language is this? Is this Urdu, or is this some another Tamil or what or what not? So I used to tell them this is French. And they used to ask me, what is French? I said it's the language of love. Huh? Is there a language of love? Yes, I said it is a language of politeness, and everything. Can we learn? I didn't have the answer, because I was a student myself at that time, and I didn't know. And at that spot of the moment, I decided I want to be a teacher. Never thought about PhD and all that and everything, or masters or something. But I, entered myself into B.Ed also. I did my masters in educational child psychology also at that time, to understand the psychology of the child. Why? What answer should I give to that child? He cannot afford. I could afford. I went to Alliance Française and I went there and all that. I even went abroad. I got the opportunity because it was I could make the choices because of my family background. They cannot do it, and that really pushed me to do something for them. But I waited, I think, for a decade till I finished my studies and all that, and I started creating curriculum because. Our supervisor, Dr. Dipanvita Shrivastava, and our co-supervisor also, Dr. Sushant Kumar Mishra, I'll mention both of them, have been my gurus. And during the doctorate period, it was around for 5 to 7 years, really taught me a lot about the subject. And I was strong enough to create a curriculum, and I showed it to my supervisor during my pre-sub, that was around in 2018 or something. This, and she was apt. She said, "What are you doing it? Why is it in your bag? Pull it out. What is it doing?" I said, "I don't know. I'm a little scared. It is a part of my research, whether really I can do something for the underprivileged or not. Those who cannot afford, do they have the right, Dr. Rathore, to learn French like we did or not?" So the answer come, yes, but how? I approached one of the school in 2018. I did complete research because it was based on the psychological study whether really they can learn French or not. Number one. Number two, is it really going to give them and a positive impact on their personality? This is very important because I had a flavor, we have a flavor of, okay, after learning or doing, French studies over here, we'll go abroad. We'll participate in exchange programs, but these children cannot. So a curriculum was designed which I named it Josuman. Josuman is an ancient Sanskrit word which means blossoming flower. So the program name that was Jo Suman French Enrichment Program. It means that using the French language as an enrichment tool to blossom the child, to bring out the confidence in that child who cannot afford a foreign language. Learning, the way we did it and all that, and we can really come onto this platform, of making, again, I'll say, making choices, making careers, traveling everywhere around the globe. They cannot do it. So my supervisors, I'm really grateful to my supervisors, both of them, Dr. Mishra, Dr. Dipanvita, they really pushed me and they said, go ahead. It has never happened at all. Your program is going to be a pioneer. And what is better than MCD schools? Every state is having their municipal corporation schools, run by them, and their primary schools, because it is one of the most important right to education policy they follow, and it is free of cost. So then, and I'm too much into philanthropy, so then why not? Something that started from that one question the child asked me 10, 15 years ago: Didi, can I also learn this language of love? French? No, he used to say French, not French. So I didn't have the answer to him 15 years ago. Today I do have the answer. Yes, my dear, you have it. We have a curriculum, and it is running for the past, in 2019, it was accepted by Alka Sharma ji. She was the additional commissioner of MCD and the principal education director. She loved the concept of what I did, in 2018 to 19. And she gave me a pilot project, 19 schools. And those 19 schools she gave me for East Delhi, because at that time it was bifurcated. We had 19 schools of East Delhi because I belong to East Delhi zone, the East Delhi district. And we have South Delhi also. We have all other different zones, and those who are from Delhi, They're very well aware about it. So now what happened was 19 schools, I did the assessment. This was pre-COVID. We had 50, volunteer teachers, because I cannot teach at one time in 19 schools. And it was free of cost. A student cannot buy. Those children are coming from the economically weaker section. We took up class 4 and 5. And 19 schools, 50 volunteers got selected. I had a spread of word everywhere. I'm very lucky in that, because of the social network that we have, that my like-minded people joined. They have a basic education of French, no doubt about it, and all that. And it is the Josuman is actually taught in the mother tongue of the students. So in our area, the mother tongue of the students is Hindi. So the medium of instruction is Hindi. So a volunteer teacher, we call them as Josuman French teacher. They are treated, respected completely like a government teacher only. You don't need a B.Ed or something, but what you need is a passion to teach that child who doesn't have any confidence. Their family background is, you can understand, is like so noisy, where they are not encouraged to learn anything new. Kya kar loge? What are you going to do, and all that stuff. Like, they don't have a motivation from their family, okay, no, you're going to be a rickshaw puller only, What is the use of, okay, just study till class 5 or 6 or 8, so that you can, sign up in the bank, you can show up your Aadhaar card or something. No, they have a lot. So what this program does is, Dr. Rathore, it gives the
Yes.
confidence to the child. It is very important. Can I do it? So that confidence we give them. This program curriculum basis that we have to improvise the affective attributes, the emotional well-being of the child. It is very important, because when he goes back home, he is not going to use French at all, but he will use the confidence. He will use that interest. So what we are imbibing them during the school hours. So this program, what happened is that we teach around, I'll talk about the present at the moment, coming, starting from 2019. The impact assessment has been very positive. We've been doing the statistical analysis. Even we do it also. And even it is done by the department also. We get the feedback, regular feedback from the principals of the school. Even it is from the, the school staff also. We go only once a week. We teach for 2 hours. It is once a week, either on Saturdays or an activity day. And everything is managed, and controlled basically by the education department officials only. They really guide us, okay, these are the days when you can go, this is what it is, and all that. The curriculum is designed by me, and I train all my Josuman French teachers. They don't need any B.Ed. They are basically coming from Delhi University, IP University, or either they're coming from corporates. All the corporates which have the French call centers, the French experts they are, because they have holidays. So the interesting part is that now today, Josuman French Enrichment Program is famous at many places. And I come to know why, because those who have volunteered as teachers, previously in 2019, 22, 23, and all that, in previous past 5 years, and they have taken up a higher ladder in their career, and they are working either in HCL, they call me and they just, or message me, thank you so much. Teaching 1 year gave me a ladder of success, gave me an opportunity in an organization which I could never dreamt of. They were just simple graduates and nothing else, and a B1 level or A1 level of, we have a basic, we have different levels in English language also and French language also learning. And they had a basic knowledge, but this 1 year of teaching, because we teach academically, 1 year of the space and all that, and the certificate and the teaching experience have given them an opportunity to rise higher in their careers. I have many examples, Dr. Rathore, about there are many previous JFTs. I'll call them JFTs. Why? Josuman French teachers, so I'll abbreviate them like that. they call me or they message me, thank you. We have got, we've been invited at the boarding schools of Bangalore. And, they call, because I usually get as reference the calls from the principals or from other organization that so and so have come. Did she really taught? Was she really connected with the government organization school or not? And how did she perform in everything? So the call goes, the reference goes to the school of the principal also, where the JFT has taught, and it comes to us also, but it can go even to the director officials also of education department. And I'm very, very, very happy. It is not that we are just, giving confidence to only to children or teaching, French to them, but the JFTs are also rising in their career. I'm really happy that this program has really been a success for MCD students also, and as well as for our JFTs also. I'm very happy for that.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Deepika, ma'am, for sharing the initial part of your journey. And indeed, when you talk about the fact that there is this democratization, I feel, as we say in French, la démocratisation des études. So everyone has the right to study.
Correct.
And when it comes to French language, the way you beautifully shared with us that this child asked you if he could learn French, and you said at that point of time you had no idea, but you said yes, and then you created the whole program for children. So it's such an outstanding thing that you have done. And also the interesting part of JFTs, the Josuman French Teachers Association, as
Yes.
in the alumni, those who have worked with you,
Ah,
they are also blossoming in their professional world as well. So of course we will have questions. I think people will be intrigued to know as to how they can associate themselves with this program. But at the same time, I
Good
would like,
morning, sir.
yeah.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning, Parham. Good morning. Good morning. So, just wanted to know a little bit about the program, because you talked about the fact that you would use Hindi as the language of instruction. So, how does it go ahead in that perspective? And what have been the changes that you have seen, because your work has been documented at the same time, which is research to reality? I'll reiterate on the fact that everyone, there's this book written by Dr. Deepika Mehta that talks about how the children who have learned French in East Delhi Municipal Corporation primary schools, they have gotten a change in terms of the perspective of thinking, and especially their socializing, and also there has been an increase in the attendance in the schools because of French program. So I would like to know from you, Dr. Deepika, how do you see there's this change? And even before that, a little bit about the teaching instructions in Hindi. How do you go about that?
absolutely. Dr. Rathore, what we do is over here is that I've seen the dropout rate, because in MCD what happens, the background, the family background these children come from, they don't have any motivation to learn, or to study even also. And MCD and their teachers and staff have been working very hard so that at least, the child come and learn and have a basic education, which is the right, of the child also. But it doesn't interest the child, because see, MCD has their limitation of funds. They cannot create the same environment like a public school. So, and hiring a creative teachers, hiring a creative, platform for them, like music, art, and all that stuff, it is not possible like other big schools that we can have it. So when this program was approached, Dr. Sharma, I think she's not doctorate, or maybe she is, the additional commissioner ma'am at that time, Alka Sharma ma'am, she was really, she was really intrigued that, and very happy at the same time also, that how French language, how this program can really bring the confidence, and how it can really, bring down the dropout rate. We don't want rickshaw pullers on the street. We don't want these children to beg. We don't want that at all. We don't want them to have a, easy money begging thing and that attitude and all that. But we really want them to complete their schooling years. This is very important, at least up to an age of 16 or 18, they should get that thing. So she really encouraged me at that time. And today, if I see, but she had one thing, that Deepika, these children, she told me that that their mother tongue is Hindi. And French is going to be a very tough, thing, a subject for them. How are you going to manage and all that stuff? Because I'm giving you 19 schools. Today we have 70 schools, 80 schools we are running, So that was one of the major aspect, was that the Hindi has to be there, because we really have to use the known language of the child. And even you'll agree with me, the National Policy of Education 2020 also says that for all the primary school education all over India, it has to be taught in the mother tongue. So this was I actually made some improvements, kind of, in the curriculum, that it should follow the NPE 2020. We have a book also and all that stuff, because we follow all the norms of the education department policies, and plus the some kind of changes that we bring in, so that it can really enhance more over the effective attributes. I'll say, if everyone has to understand, effective attribute means the emotional well-being of the child. That is more important. Today, if I see, from the time that we started, we have spread over in central Delhi also, in South Delhi also. Now NCD is one, so it controls the whole Delhi NCR. So we have schools, our JFTs. This program is running in, Lajpat Nagar, Chhatarpur, and all that area, not just East Delhi schools and all that. So we have run, this program has been running now everywhere, and then another thing is that, yes, Hindi has to be there, because every child has a very strong hold on his or her mother tongue. So everything, and then what we does is that, what we do over here is that we celebrate Diwali in French, we celebrate Eid in French. So it means that we are using a global language, but we are acting very local, which is known to the child. So the major contribution comes over here is of the Josuman French teacher, because he or she is going over there, he or she is in the direct interaction with the children over there. And we really see that that the momentum of learning really, actually rise, and give that kind of a change, which is visible to the school head and even to the school staff. And you won't believe it, they say that learning this Josuman program, our students are also improving in English language. Huh? Their Hindi, they are more connecting to their own values, celebrating their own culture. Because when you connect any education with the mother tongue of the child, yes, that child will connect to its culture also, the basic thing and all. And that improvement, I've seen it, in decrease in the dropout, of the students. We saw that increase in the confidence. And then there is a lot of appraisals we have received it from many MCD schools itself. Oh, please, find a volunteer, please, we really want our student to learn this program, we really want them to learn the French. Please organize this program in our school also, because we have around, around 2000 schools, I believe so. I don't know the exact amount. Delhi NCR MCD primary schools are huge. They're everywhere. After every two blocks, you'll find an MCD school. And I get the calls. Even, our deputy directors also, the zonal directors, they also get calls from the schools, the school principals. So please, ask Deepika ma'am if it is possible, or your coordinator, to arrange this program in our school specifically for our children. We really want them to have it. So there, my, task come over here, because I'm the one who actually, along with my other, colleagues also, and we really go further and into the social network. We spread the word that we are looking for teachers, we are looking for JFTs and all that. We give them, there is an online registration form, and everything that happens, Dr. Rathore, is beautifully is online. grass this COVID and all that. And our teacher training programs is also online, where we really teach and prepare the JFT, because the JFT is naive. They don't know what an MCD school look like. They don't know what is going to happen inside the school. And it's a government institution, so it is very strict and disciplined. We cannot say, okay, I'm a volunteer, so I can, do as per what I want. No, that is not there. Because at the end of the academic session, every GFT gets a government, French teaching, this program teaching certificate. It's an experience certificate which they use, and then, rise in their career, ahead, wherever they really want to go further. And uh, I've already said about the medium of instruction is Hindi, so the JFT really need to have a good knowledge of Hindi, spoken, written, writing, and all that stuff, because that's only the way of teaching, connecting the child, connecting the child with French language. We use a lot of music. I got inspired by you only. There's a lot of music, there's a lot of poem recitations, there's a lot of, drawings, drawing making, art. We use all these different creative tools of teaching, French language. At the end of the day, what happens is that we really do an assessment of how much the child has, improved in reading French, in speaking French and writing French. We are working on both aspects. Our JFTs, this program is concentrating on the improvement of not just affective abilities of the child, but also teaching them the French language also at the same time. They are learning because inspectors comes, there's an inspection that takes place in the government, institutions. We are all well aware about that. And they really want to see that, okay, the confidence has increased, the dropout rate has dropped, no problem at all. But can the child really introduce himself or herself in French? Does the student know how to greet in French? Does the student even can comprehend when the child says bonjour? What is the meaning? Oh, that is the French. When we say les alphabets, so that is French ki varnamala, because the child is already very versed with his or her Hindi language skills. Now what happened is that, why have we taken only class 5? It's why have we taken is, we've taken class 5. It is for all the JFTs to understand. Why not class 1, 2? Because in MCD, the student, by the time he or she comes to the grade 4 or 5, they have the previous knowledge of the language. They're versed with, English alphabets, because see, the alphabets of English are used. Salamem shows it's the same thing in French also. So they are known to it. And Hindi language, yes, they know about Barakhadi, they know the Swar Vyanjan and all that, and they really know how to read, write. That really help us to connect them with this French language. And we can really, do a lot of activities. I've told you, a lot of singing takes place. We celebrate patriotic months. Our JFTs really celebrate patriotic months like, August, that because of 15 August, we celebrate in their functions. We prepare our students for a complete, a song or something and all that, like say land, and all that stuff, Les Rois de l'Inde, something like that and all. So I create poems, I write them, I compose them and all that stuff, and all that, and I give it to the department. They verify it and all that. And once they're all verified and everything, they're all documented and all that. And then they are given it to the JFTs, where they really, connect themselves with their students and all that. And those who are interested in this mission, most welcome. We teach academically. That is, it starts from the month of April. Our registrations begin in the month of March every year. And our final assessment goes in February. We have a final assessment also. And whoever is interested to know more can email me also, can, connect with you, Dr. Rathore, also at personal end. I'm always available if you are available to teach these children coming from the economically weaker section.
Wow, thank you so much, Dr. Mehta. I think such a beautiful and inspirational story and a journey indeed. And the way you're moving ahead, it is such a huge step, taking everyone together. And the way you say an inclusive education, I think that is the need of the
Yes,
hour,
of course.
and
Yes,
that's
that's the
something
need
that's
of the. I completely agree with you, because that is what is required. We have to take the whole nation together, but
true,
we cannot bring that change to the whole nation. We are one. At least
true,
we can start with the community which is near to us.
absolutely,
That's how we
absolutely.
do it. Yeah.
No, no, it's indeed a monumental work that you are doing, and totally, inspirational. And the way you started with that little anecdote, your story of that child asking you if he could learn French, and today you have been the power to let everyone bloom and blossom in a way that they're learning French. And I've been fortunate enough to see the videos that are circulating on social media about Jostman French program, and I see those kids speaking French. And since we are all French speakers in this group as well, so we understand how you are working
Absolutely.
day in and day out with your team, and you're making those children bloom and blossom in French language. So great, congratulations for that.
Thank you so much. We have a YouTube channel also, which Alka ma'am actually asked me. They said that we cannot come to every school. See,
Right,
education of officials, they have a lot of work to do. So they cannot come to, to see what is the improvement is taking place,
right.
in children because of this French program. So they said, create a YouTube channel. They are the subscribers over there and all that. And the Goonj French key. So we've been uploading everything since 2019, whatever the efforts of JFTs and the efforts of the child also. All schools, everything you'll find over there. So I look forward to if anyone has any questions or something,
Yes,
or if you have
absolutely.
any other question, Dr. Rathore, most welcome.
True. So we'll open the session for everyone. In case you have anything to ask to our expert, Dr. Deepika Mehta, please feel free to ask. I see some hands raised. I'll request Shubhashish to please unmute yourself and ask your question.
Yeah. Yes, good morning, ma'am. It's a wonderful session, and honestly speaking, it's something that's heart touching for me because it's like it's my main field.
Very
Now,
good.
my question is, see,
Interesting.
I belong from a French colony. I'm from Chandannagar. Okay, and unfortunately, what I heard, what you're doing it in Delhi, you should have done over here in Chandannagar, being a French colony. But unfortunately our government it's not that active for the development of Chandan and development of French in Chandan Nagar. So as an individual, can I do something like that? Because I really wish to do something like this, to spread the knowledge of French, among the citizens of Chandan Nagar, among the future of Chandan Nagar. That is my first question. And second question, and second thing, I just like to just share one small experience. Whenever I went to Banaras,
Mm-hmm.
I've been to Banaras a couple of times during the pujas. So whenever I was there, the boy was whenever he say,
Yeah, Shubhashish, we cannot
that from the
Yeah.
we cannot hear you properly.
Mm-hmm.
uh,
Yeah,
He's not
Shubhashish.
audible to me.
Yeah, he's traveling right now. That's what he told me.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, Shubhashish,
so
we cannot hear you
yeah,
properly.
okay. So can my
All right, so we'll take the first question up. Dr. Mehta, if you could respond to his question. He is interested to initiate something
So
of,
where is Chandarnagar? Dr. Rathore, where is
yeah,
Chandarnagar?
it's in West Bengal,
It's in West Bengal, so the mother tongue is Bangla.
right?
है ना? Over there. So what
Yeah.
happened is, yes, it can be translated. That is not a problem at all. And see, we really need, there's a lot of legwork that has to be done with it, because this curriculum was already, it has gone into a lot of modifications, improvisations. First it was NPE 2020, because my research started in 2018. Then 2019 pilot project, improvisation. Then 2020, NPE came. So in 2021, during the COVID only, had to make improvisation as per NPE 2020, because it's not an academic subject, but we try to take it academically so that it goes in a flow. I don't know if Subhashish, where he is, how does he really, we can really work out something, no doubt about it. But at what level does he want to do it? Because at this moment, this program is running in government schools. Is he really interested in his municipal corporation schools, or how does he really want to go in all that? Because we really have to follow the norms. Is he how does he really want to take? Is he just want to take a philanthropic thing? Is he running an NGO, a non-profit? How does he really want to cater his community children? Most welcome, no doubt. We can really discuss on this, and maybe in coming future we can really because he has a lot of passion in his voice, it was there,
Yes.
and this has to be seriously taken. Because what I do is, see, Dr. Rathore, we are research scholars also at the same time, and we are teachers also. So what is it that we really have to understand, that when we create a strategy, a pedagogy, just the way we call it, we
Yes.
really have to make an assessment of it. You'll agree with me. Is it really giving that impact? We really have to see it. A formative assessments, there has to be complete. So in what form does he want to teach French? I don't know. Is it academically, in his municipal corporation schools, budget school, or just like that as fun or a hobby? He really have to be little more clear, and that is how this curriculum can be beneficial for for wherever he really want to teach. Yeah, no
Right.
doubt about it. We can do
Yes,
that.
we'll request. Yeah, he says academically in a municipal corporation schools as a language. So can the whole program be replicated, Dr. Mehta, under your
We
guidance?
really have
As
to see what happened is that we really, I will look for because we need a Bangla expert, and then see it obviously, you will agree with me. See, it is not easy to enter into a government institution, specifically any education department. The officials, they are, they are bureaucrats. They're really working hard, for the improvement of these children, no doubt about it. That education really brings a positive change. So I don't know if he has connections or how he's going to do the presentations over there, because directors and all that officials, unless and until they give approval, you cannot teach in an MC, municipal corporation school. It's not easy. Oh, I want to teach because it is free. Let me do it. No, it is not that at all. I gave, I think, 20 presentations and all that. And that is how I was, at that time in 2018, I was still a PhD student. That was my last year. And I went through IGNU and all that stuff. I had a good, encouragement by my supervisors also, both of them, Dr. Mishra and Dr. Dipanvita Shrivastava. So, and I had a objective behind my mission. My mission was, yes, no doubt, to teach this French program free of cost or something, and to see, but the objective was to see the assessment also at the same time, so that I can prove the directors of the government department, yes, it is a very good program, and it can be really, really beneficial for these students of the municipal corporation. It took a lot of hard work. So is
yes,
he ready
indeed.
for that or not? Because changing into Bangla, it is not a big deal at all. But then how is he going to take the approvals of it? There's going to be a
Right.
series of presentations, series of refusals. It is not easy that 2024 or 25, he will be ready to teach. No.
Samay, can you hear me?
Yeah, Shubhashish,
Yeah,
could
yeah,
you hear Deepika ma'am?
I
Yes,
heard most of
yes,
it. And what
yes.
I'm trying my best is to reach the education minister and
Okay.
like interact with him and introduce, because Chandanagar is an important French colony in West Bengal. So
Okay.
Yes.
the thing is a bit popular, but still it's not to that great extent. It's not that much effective. So
Subhashis,
what
who's
I'm
going to cater to the cost of it? See, making all these prior, I put a lot of cost into it.
hmm,
Development of a curriculum, leads to, that pedagogy is expensive. I won't say it requires cost. Then it comes into a book form and all that, because students need two things: a teacher and a book. It is very important. So who is going to do for all these, because it is going to be, it really requires little funds. Approvals are there.
Sure.
You can I see the confidence in you that they will agree, because you're as a French colony and you really want to do it. You will arrange for teachers also, no doubt about it. You are yourself there, you will manage it and all. But who will cater to the funds? The creation of the curriculum, because it will be changed, one. Then there is lot of edits also happens, because we send to the because it is verified. Now when my curriculum was being developed and all that, and it was sent for lot of you can call it reviews, because I can make a mistake. I may be an author and all that, but I cannot say that I'm godly expert in either of the languages, even if I know both the languages quite well and all that. So we always need reviews, and these reviews are done by the experts of big universities, government universities. They do it for free, the reviews, no doubt about it, because they know the mission and the objective of this program. And that also take a while, maybe 6 months, 3 months and all that. But ultimately a book will be developed, where there are going to be recordings, because we need audios. So who is going to take up to those cost of it? We really have to see to that. When I started, I was inputting everything on my own end. I didn't stop at all. Okay, this much, fine, I'll do it for to this level or something. Today, yes, after 5 years, we next year, Dr. Rathore, it will come under a corporate CSR flagship, this program, and it will spread. I have a little dream, or maybe the it will progress to the low budget schools. We have government aided schools also, and we have some low income budget schools also in and around Delhi, like Faridabad, Gurgaon. And it will be, I'm taking this program to Haryana, because again the state language is Hindi. The students over there towards UP side, like Ghaziabad and all that, Faridabad and all that. So this is going to start taking place from next year. And let's see how it shapes out, because I will be moving beyond MCD. Will be increasing our schools in MCD, no doubt about it. More districts will be coming into the picture. But we are also going to, I really want this program, because there are people who are actually really interested. They've come forward and they've asked me to spread over to other states also, not their municipal corporation schools, but the budget schools, and all that. So I'm really glad that this program is going to be in the hands of maximum children who can
True.
never dream of learning a foreign language. So with the Subhashish, we can really do it. This is really has a lot of thinking goes into it.
True.
And
And,
yes, passion
and
is
ma'am,
required over there.
I'm also trying to develop contacts in the schools of UP, because right now I'm on the way to UP to a SESS. So I'm
Ah,
also
okay,
trying to
okay.
develop my
Very good.
like contacts in UP as well.
Very good. Very. You run an NGO, Subhashish? Is it a non-profit?
No, so Subhashish is a teacher, French teacher, and so he's helping some schools across
Very
country.
good.
So he
Very good.
travels. Yeah,
Oh,
he
he
does.
travels. So does he
Yes.
work under an organization, or he has his own organization, or he does just out of passion?
Of course, passion is the most important ingredient for his work. But of course, what we'll do is that we'll connect Shubhashish with you,
Yeah,
Deepika ma'am, so that he can
later.
develop more on his idea.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes. He can
Thank you so
connect,
much.
Subhashish, you can really connect with me and we can really talk further. There's a lot of talk that has to go into it, a
Yes,
lot of
absolutely. A lot of
discussion.
homework is
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am,
required.
yeah.
definitely.
Lot
Absolutely.
of homework.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you,
yeah.
Shubhashish. Thank you so much. Moving ahead, I request
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Shubhashi.
Thank you.
Shampa, over to you if you have something to share.
Oui, monsieur.
Yes, please.
Bonjour. Good morning. It's a wonderful work Dr. Deepika Mehta is doing. I would really want to thank
Thank
her.
you. Thank you,
Like
Shampa. Thank
it's
you
it's
so much.
not only from the part of teaching, you have been doing the administration part also. So handling both the this balancing both of the things is really wonderful. It takes
Thank you.
another level to be a teacher and to take the administration part both. So
Yeah.
that's really a great thing. Hats off to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Needs always the blessings and encouragement, to keep
Yeah,
on
of
moving.
course. And of course, I love a lot, I love the underprivileged child because I know they do not get this, means whatever we get, they don't get. Like in the evening from 3 to 4:30, something like that. That is that hour is for 2 3 underprivileged child, which I always, they come to my house and I teach them whatever I can, I could help them out, like anything, like from English and from maths, whatever the small small things. This
Very
is
good.
just the for the thing is that I love to, I love to teach children. And as you know, right now I cannot go out and do all this work because I had to stay for my, because my son, he's 11, nearly 11 years old. So I have to take care of him and of the house also. And being a certified IELTS trainer, so I have my, in the morning shift I teach the IELTS people. So that things takes a lot of time. And in the later
Mm.
afternoon, I read books and all. Then I look after my garden and do some of the work. That's just what we already met how to manage the households and all.
Yes.
Why I prefer to teach this underprivileged child is that a lot of things, like from my, I would like to share this one thing. There are so many materials. Like after my son, he gets a lot of color pencils. Yeah. So there are a lot of drawing copies which are left, which are never used. A lot of books and all. I always tell my kids, see, you could share all these things with the others. So this is one thing I would rather like to tell you. And of course, si jabe abite adeli, jore pu osaine ojetudion laba.
Ah, oui, bien sûr, madam.
Beautiful, beautiful,
But it is
Shampa.
very
Indeed.
nice, you are imbibing, Shampa, the I can call it the humanity in your children, while doing with all these things. You have brought a big change in your own family with your values, Bravo. I will tell you, say, it is a very good thing that you're doing as a mother, a very good thing as a teacher also. My congratulations to you. Keep on doing it, no matter you're in Delhi, anywhere you are. The best
Thank you
thing
so
that you're
much.
teaching,
I
yeah.
always think that every child, for me, they're all my children. Everyone, wherever they are, like
Very
whoever they may be, they're all my children. Even the dogs, the cats, the this animal kingdom, and this trees and plants and all. I feel like I
Wow.
go and touch
Vasudhaiva
them.
Kutumbakam, huh? That is what. Very
Yes,
good.
I
absolutely.
just go and touch them and I say hello to them every day. Every day I do them. I say, "Are you okay?" I know these plants, they won't be able to talk to me, but I can give this, this touch of love that is so needed. We all need to think about all these things because we are living in this planet where we are actually we are doing a lot of wastage nowadays. That bothers me a lot. That bothers me really.
Yeah, ma'am, you are a very kind-hearted person.
No,
Yeah.
it's not like that. It's not like that. It's the thing is that how we are treated, how I have been treated, how my family has brought me up, how
Yes,
my
ma'am.
mother has taught me all these things. She imbibed me all these things. So I'm grateful to her, to that soul. And my
Absolutely.
mother-in-law, that she has taught, these people have taught me a lot of things. They have shown us the path.
Yeah,
She has led all these things. So I
yeah.
am grateful to
It
all those people
reflects your bringing up.
around. Yeah.
Right. Indeed, Shampa, what you're rightly mentioning is the fact that when we talk about the monumental work, the instrumental work that Dr. Deepika Mehta has done, even she has that in her core of heart. So I
Yeah,
think
we
that is the
started
basic
with
element. Yeah.
things. We started with that
Yes.
one
I think
word that
everything
you
starts
know
at
that
change.
that a child will ask you. Even
Yes.
a small child will ask you, "What is this?"
Yeah.
They are very
True.
curious. The
Absolutely.
smile, the smile, Mr. Dr. Jaivardhan Rathore, the smile that brings a lot of, I don't need money. I just need those smiles.
True, true. No, I think that reminds me about the thing that Deepika ma'am told that child who came to ma'am and asked that will I ever be able to learn French, and that was a curious question that he had, and that brought a huge change for him and for everyone around. So that is indeed true.
If
And
it is possible, if it comes in Chandan Nagar and I stay in Kolkata, if I
right,
can manage my time and all, if I can put in some effort to go over there and teach the kids, I'll be very very happy.
wonderful. We'll put
Very
you all
good.
together. Shubhashish is there.
Yes.
Shampa, you are
Your
there.
whole
Mm,
I
ma'am.
think a
yes.
huge network can be made out
Ma'am,
of
Very
it.
true.
yes, ma'am. I'm really waiting for you.
Great, great,
Ma'am,
wonderful.
from
Thank you, thank you.
where
Thank you, Deepika ma'am, for igniting that spark of mutual association.
Yes.
I think that's
Most
great.
welcome. Most welcome, Dr.
Shamba,
Rathore.
Thank you.
where are
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you. We'll quickly move ahead with Tanuja. Yeah, Tanuja, over to you. You'd like to share something?
I would like to ask simply that,
Yeah.
Deepika ma'am, what impact do you see of this venture of yours in the next 10 years? How do you think the country will have been affected by this?
Okay. That's a very,
it's a
you
very good.
know, it's a very good question, but I don't see about the country. See, in the coming 10 years, I see that it is in the hands of every child that is of the budget school specifically because uh, we know we understand there is a lot of bifurcation that there are slum children. We divide economically weaker, economically stronger, and all that. My concentration is only towards economically weaker section, which is a huge part of our country. It is not a smaller. We all come under a very smaller section. And when we talk about economics and all that stuff, and I believe that in coming 10 years, with the hard work of all the GFTs, it is not just me, I'm telling you, because I can only go and teach in one school at a time. I really need those like-minded hands to be handshaken together, hold it together, like Subhashish is saying in Kolkata and all that. And I really believe in coming 10 years, may not be the whole India, but at least few around states we can really touch, and this program can really bring lots and lot of improvement in these children. It can inculcate a greater interest towards learning. That is very important. My really wish is that they should sit in the class because they don't have the interest to learn. So that is the most important thing. I don't want to touch the whole India. No, it is not possible by me, but drop by drop, yes, it is happening. I'm joining hands. People really come to me and they say, I want to do it. I said, yes, most welcome. Let's do it. So, see, from Delhi, from my East Delhi where I live, it went to South Delhi. From South, it went to Central Delhi. It is going and spreading over, and now it will touch Haryana also, little bit of few areas of Gurgaon also. And then it is Ghaziabad area the Meerut area and all that. We'll see to that how far we can take it. But it is only with connecting like minded people only. That is, we really need that.
True. I think this opportunity that we have received from your side to get to know about your project and everything that you have been doing, Dr. Mehta, I think that inspires us, and you will find a lot of people would be joining
Yeah,
this
thank
work.
you.
And
Yeah.
thank you so much.
It will
I
give a
would,
new direction, I believe so.
yes, indeed. I mean,
I
such
am
a
so
huge work.
happy. I'm so happy that we as teachers we as mentors are doing something for those who cannot afford. We're at least we're thinking. Even if we cannot do it, we don't have the time. At least we had a thought of it. That is a blessing.
Yes, so
That
true.
is a
So true.
blessing
Everything
in our
starts with a
life.
thought. I think you
Yes,
beautifully
of
mentioned it.
course.
I will just quickly move ahead. We have Shreyashi.
Anyone
Shreyashi,
else?
please. You want to say something, Shreyashi?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yes, please.
I just want to ask one question only.
Yes.
Academically,
Yeah. So your question is, what does academically mean? Is that so?
yes,
Okay. Well, it can be an open question. So Deepika ma'am, she wants to know since you talked about the fact that learning French for them is in an academic manner. So if you could throw a little light on that, it's
Academic.
not just a
Okay.
fun
It is
thing. You
Srishti.
gain them. Yeah.
Srishti. Srishti, hello.
Yeah,
Now,
Shreyashi.
academically, Shreya Shri.
Yes, ma'am.
I can't see the
so
name actually, in my this thing. That's
Okay.
okay. Anyways, doesn't matter. Now, what happened is that academically we say, see, our academic session. I'm talking about the Delhi NCR. It begins in the month of. We have exams in the month of February and March. I'm talking about primary schools only, up to the grade 5. And what happened is
yes,
that, and in relevance with MCD, okay, dear. So what happened is academics means like it is as per the norms of the education policy. We have 1 year. Academically means that we are teaching them along with other subjects. A child of class 5 is having all the basic courses, English, Hindi, social science, and all that. What we do is we go at the same time on Saturdays or Wednesdays, the days that government has given us, to teach them. They have a proper timetable in which those 2 hours of French is over there for the students who really want to learn this program. We don't enforce on everyone. It is at the discretion of the child, that the child wants to really learn, will be there in their timetable. So it begins in the month of April or May. That is what I'm talking about academics. There are two aspects of academics. One is we are going along with other subjects during the school hours. It begins in the month of April, May, when our new session starts, and it ends when the exams takes place, which is in the next year, which is the next year, February,
yes,
March. So this is what I actually meant with academically, that we are going along with the school hours. We are teaching them along with other subjects being taught by their staff. But we go only once because it is taught as an activity where the student is not sitting every time, and have a lot of mobility. That is what it is. You're singing, dancing, making drawings and all that stuff, doing a lot of conversation. A
yes,
language really need a lot of conversations. We do
yes,
writing practices also, but there is a lot of listening also. All that happens. Yeah.
True. So, it's indeed fascinating when you talk about this, Deepika ma'am. And indeed, we all feel that we should be connected to this program. So, whenever the new sessions are opening, please do let us know as volunteers, people who would like to work with
Yeah.
with this
We
program.
have online registration form. Once we get an order permission letter from the
Right.
government and all
Yes.
that, and we have the list of all the schools, they give us around
Right.
600 schools.
Yes.
They give us the different zones and all that, and they give us everything. So we then start with the online registrations and all that,
Right.
and in all different modes, social
Right.
media, in person, offline, online,
Okay.
everything.
Great. So
And
if
yeah,
you could let us know the dates, I'm sure many students, many participants will be intrigued and will be looking forward to
February.
joining hands for this
February
project.
end, yeah. February end, March, and all that. The registrations opens, and
True.
you're most welcome. Most welcome.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. With this, we have come to the end of our today's session. I cannot thank you enough, Dr. Deepika Mehta. Honestly, the work you are doing
It's
is
a
so instrumental,
pleasure. It's a
monumental,
pleasure, Dr. Rathore,
and
being over here.
it is very
It is
inspiring.
a pleasure discussing because really it is. See, the people have come from different parts.
Indeed,
I,
indeed.
because I'm stuck here in Delhi NCR only, but now, my eyes are getting brightening up, that yes, this program will touch more children of other states
True,
also. So
true.
looking
Absolutely.
forward to
I
that,
think totally.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a
So
lot of
once again, my sincere thanks to you, Dr. Deepika Mehta, to have
thank you.
come and be a part of this session. And thank you everyone for your active participation for this session. And
Thank you
we'll
very much,
stay
sir.
connected with Deepika ma'am.
So,
Thank you.
yeah, although I managed to listen, just get just 70 to 80% of it, but still, it's a huge thing.
Yes, indeed, indeed. We have
Thank you
recorded the
so much.
session. So thank you, Mohammed Arslan. Thank you everyone for being there every time. Thank you, Deepika ma'am, and hope to see you next time in person. And best wishes to everyone. Have a great day ahead. Happy Sunday. Thank you.
Thank
Okay.
you so much, sir.
Thank
Have a nice day.
you. Thank
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 you,
you.
sir.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank